Ah, hello, hi. It is I, Myxl Mayx. Sometimes make things and sometimes good. What a throwback, eh? Welcome to my 1 year retrospective. Not an anniversary. Not an anniversary stream. Maybe I should have advertised it as like, I should have been like, oh, this isn't an anniversary stream, you shouldn't come to it, blah blah blah. Sup, welcome to stream Chinese gaming. But yeah, I don't know, we're gonna be looking back at we're gonna be looking at some stats. This is a stats stream. You thought this is a celebration? No, we're talking about stats. Wow. No, we're gonna be looking back at like, okay, well, for context, this day last year, I think at this time actually, marked the very first live stream that I would do on this channel as Myxl. And so it's been like a year of live streams, and so, well, it hasn't been like a full year per se, because I did that stream and I didn't stream for like a month or something. Ew, stats? Yeah. I'm gonna be looking at numbers and data and stuff. It's gonna be... I think it's fun because I'm obsessive about this and it's totally healthy. Yeah. But yeah, no, we're gonna be looking back at like what I've been able to do in a year and like what I have done in a year, essentially. Like what stuff I've streamed, how long I've been streaming. Oh, excuse me. How long I've been streaming for. We're gonna be talking about stuff about like be delving into the YouTube algorithm, and I'm gonna be talking about a little bit of what I know about it, or what little I know of it. But yeah, it'd be super fun. I'm excited to just talk about this. This is sort of thrown together haphazardly because I'm in the middle of planning, like prepping for taking a break in 2 weeks. So the date kind of just like crept up on me, and it's like, oh yeah, I should probably do something for that. But then it's not really an anniversary because I didn't start streaming on Twitch, and I'm streaming on Twitch right now if you want to go check that out and help me get the affiliate. You can watch me on Twitch, just saying. No, it's fine. Watch me whatever you feel comfortable. But like, I didn't really start streaming on Twitch until like October of last year. So October is probably going to be my 1 year anniversary. But in celebration of me doing my first live stream this day last year, I'm going to be talking a little bit about taking a little retrospective, as it says on the tin, you know. I'm gonna be look back at a year of content creation, seeing what I've done, how I did, and what I'll do next. Wow. So let's get started. We have our classic like haphazardly thrown together presentation. We're gonna be talking about these 4 things. Gonna be talking about me and how it was like starting off, and the prep that I did before I started. Oh yeah, sound checks. Oh yeah, it's okay. I'll talk about that. Then we're gonna do talking about like stats and charts and stuff. I'm forcing you to force your viewers to go to Twitch. No, I'm forcing you to force my viewers to force you to force my viewers to watch wherever they want to watch. But yeah, we're gonna be talking about some stats and charts. Gonna see what games I've played throughout the year. I was gonna say throughout the year. And then strategies, like how I approach this, and I don't know if we can talk a little bit about like if I change anything. Maybe that would be interesting. I don't know. Again, this is sort of like we're going on a whim here. It's it's very chill. It's very, very relaxed. Sit back and enjoy me blabbing on about stats and stuff, and maybe you'll learn something while I'm talking. Maybe you'll learn something. If there's any potential, I'm just gonna rotate myself just a little bit there. There you go. If there's any prospective streamers or VTubers in the chat are watching a VOD, they want to see a little bit of what's get a little insight on what it's like starting streaming. Here you go. So yeah, strategies about like how to approach, like when to post and that on that, and when to stream and stuff like that, blah blah blah. And then what's next? We're gonna talk about what stuff is gonna be happening in the future and what we're gonna be doing after today. Ooh, or maybe after my break, I guess is a better I need to lock this. There we go. I don't want stuff moving around. Okay. What was I saying? Yeah, we're gonna talk about what might come in the future. Ooh. Okay, about me. As I, crafty cyborg VTuber, took up content creation as a means to explore the creative side following a drastic life change. Wow. Yeah, so technically I started doing like content creation as far back as I want to say September of 2023? No, 2024. How are dates work? 2023. I posted a couple videos on YouTube talking about like 3D printed stuff and stuff that I made. Is very big Hololive fan, so I posted some of my 3D printed Hololive stuff up on there. And it wasn't really until, but yeah, like essentially what happened with me was I was working a job. I was just going steady. It was kind of rough though. But then we're going through downsizing, and they're shrinking down the department stuff, and I could not guarantee, or my boss could not guarantee that I'd be sticking around, or that I would survive past the downsizing. And it just so happens that my roommates and I are deciding to split up and find our own places, and the new prospective landlords wanted proof of work. And it's like, well, I can't really provide you proof of work because I don't know how long this is going to last. So it's like, well, I don't really. And there was also like a part of me that didn't want to work there anymore. Like it was a tale and a half. I'm not gonna go into that because there's some sensitive stuff, and I might also still be locked under an NDA. So can't talk to NDA, not NBA. NBA All-Star, NDA. I might still technically be locked under an NDA, so I can't really talk about like where I last worked. And I mean, like, it's also streaming, doxing and stuff. I don't want to do that. But what I can say is that I saw this as an opportunity to quit work, move back home with my parents, and sort of recollect myself before getting back out of the workforce. But it's been 2 years and I'm still trying to get back into the workforce. So in the meantime, might as well do streaming and see what I can try to keep my brain stimulated while I'm finding a job, you know. But that's basically sort of how it started off. Like I was just sort of like making stuff, try to put stuff out there, get practice on video editing and 3D modeling, 3D printing. Maybe I'll play some games, and at least if people watch me play games, then I can justify playing games. Like it's not leisure time. I'm working, you know. But yeah, my hobbies. When I started this off, it was again crafty cyborg VTuber. So like crafty, I want to do like a lot of cosplay stuff. I want to do some 3D printing. I also like anime gaming, 3D modeling. You know, start trying to spread myself out and try to reach other audiences and be like, yeah, I also like anime. Oh, I also like gaming and blah blah blah, and sort of branch out and stuff like that. Alas. It's I forgot what's on this. Here we go. So starting off. So when I started off, $0 setup. Yeah. I spent nothing on all of this. Well, when I started, I spent nothing. The model is free. The model is free. The motion capture software is free. The streaming software is free. The backgrounds and overlays and stuff are all free. Everything's free. I didn't pay a dime. I see people talk about like buying a model and having this grandiose thing, and then they do a whole big debut, and then stuff happens, and then they fall out of it and stuff, and they don't end up continuing with streaming and whatever. And so I decided, no debut, none of that, no flair, no nothing. We're just gonna start streaming. We're just gonna try it out. We're gonna see how it goes. I tried it out this day last year. I was streaming. It was a shorts live, and I was playing Fractured Soul on the 3DS, and I was capturing it by using a cage. Like, I had like a small cage, and then I propped my camera on top of the cage, pointing down onto like my hands with the 3DS. And I think I don't know how I captured the audio. I think I like had a aux cable just like plugged straight into the audio port of the 3DS, and that got plugged in. Did I have my... I think I had a capture card at the time. Oh, maybe I did spend money on this. Oh, I lied. Lies and slander. I think I spent like maybe like $60 on a capture card. Ah! I thought I did this for free, and now I'm realizing, yeah, I think I had a capture card with me, so maybe it's not. Maybe it's not $0 setup. No, I lied. How dare I? It's time to, I don't know, time to tell everyone I'm graduating and come back 2 weeks later after. I don't know. I'm not gonna start that. I spent very minimal money on I didn't spend any money on my model or thing. Like, technically I could have just not, like, the only reason I paid $60 for the capture card was because that's how I wanted to start off, is trying to play 3DS with Shorts Live, because at the time I saw people being like, oh, Shorts Live is gonna be the new thing. And then I think it was also around the same time that Nintendo said that they're gonna be closing down their support for the 3DS. So I'm like, oh, a lot of people are gonna wanna watch gameplay for nostalgia's sake, or like 3DS, the searching up stuff about 3DS might be trending now, so I can try to catch that audience and stuff like that. And since then, I don't think I ever played any 3DS games before. I think it's because my current capture card is just too... The audio capture is too delayed, and I can't find like a good way of capturing the video. Except unless I try to mod it, but like I don't want to mod it because I want to be able to show like actual like what was the tagline that I made for this stream? It was like, playing the way Nintendo or Nintendo intended. So I was very keen on like staying within the realm of legality, I guess, and making sure that what I'm doing is like above board, especially because at the same time too, like yeah, there was just talks about like transparency and stuff. That might come in a later slide though, so I might not go back into that. I am reading my slideshow now, and it's like, I made this slideshow for a reason. We need to stick to the script. So I started off with, oh yeah, Cella Vroid model. Technically this is a female body, but I just like altered stuff to make it look more masculine. I don't know, that's sort of what I end up doing with a lot of my characters. Like, I started off female, then change it to male. That might also be why TikTok thought that I was like trans mask. Because for some reason it's like, oh yeah, you're and then like, I don't know, there's like a lot, I can go on into that, but maybe I'll save that for like an anniversary stream. More details, more insights on Myxl Mayx. Oh yeah, and the tagline, sometimes they make things and sometimes they're good. When I made that, like, I don't even think it was 4 years ago. It might have been longer than 4 years ago. But It was maybe it was 8 years ago. Oh my god. Oh. I think it was 8 years ago I had that tagline. Sometimes I make things and sometimes they're good. And I had that sitting in my head for 8 years. Because I think 8 years ago I wanted to try making videos on making kinetic wire sculptures. I think that's what it was. And I was very keen on the idea of showing the process of making them and showing failure on stream, which is something that I'm still sort of like half embracing now. Like, I'm very open about stuff not completely working on stream, but like within a controlled environment. That's the other thing. Like, I'm fine with things not going well on stream, because it gives me something to talk about, which is me troubleshooting. And troubleshooting is something that I can talk for hours about, trying to figure out why something's working, why something's not working, and talking my way through, like, oh, maybe I tried this, maybe I tried that, how do I do this, how do I do that? I think you can see that prominently in like my Doom streams, where like I'll die and it's like, okay, like, it's not even a question of like, I don't even like, I can Doom post or something. I don't know, that's not the word, but like I can be like, oh, I'm a skill issue, blah blah blah, but like in my mind it's like, okay, there's a certain way that the devs want me to approach this level. How do I do that? What is that approach? How do I do that? And then I just do it, or at least I try to figure out how, and I try. And I don't know, it's sort of a thing for me, just not being afraid to fail on stream, not being afraid to fail live or fail publicly. So as long as I'm able to discuss what went wrong and be reflective of that without looking like I'm either downplaying the incident, or what's the other word? Either downplaying the incident, or putting myself down. That's what it was. Hello, Myxl. Hi, J-Sam. Welcome to stream. Oh, I should have put like oh, you know what? No, I shouldn't have. But yeah, welcome to stream. We're talking about a year in review, essentially. I started streaming March 26th last year, and so I wanted to talk about what I've been able to do in a year. But one of the things with approaching streaming is that like so yeah, like some things I may think some things are good, that was actually 8 years ago, not 4 years ago. And the funny thing is, I was using that for a while, and I thought that was like a cute little thing to be like, oh yeah, like it's me being like, in my mind, that tagline expressed my what's the word, my openness to failure and willingness to fail on stream and willingness to try things even if they might not go well. But I did at one point, I think I looked at it, and it's like, it might sound like I'm putting myself down and I'm being like demeaning towards myself. Like, sometimes I make things and sometimes they're good. Like, it might sound like I'm playing myself down, so I just stopped using that tagline. And I have yet to figure out a better tagline afterwards. I need one that's just sort of like, and it's like, that would be an excellent way to garner engagement on Twitch, to be like, I need a new tagline, what should be my new tag, blah blah blah. But like, as great as it would be to have like a community driven tagline, or community thought up tagline, I need something that resonates with me, you know? Like, I wouldn't want to like put something out there and then everyone votes on like, okay, yeah, you should use this tagline, and then be like, I don't know, I don't feel like using that tagline, I like something else instead, because that might be unfair to the viewers who like voted for it. So I just never really, like, the tagline stuff I need to figure out on my own, but I haven't really thought of anything else since. Another thing too is new name. I started off with the name MYXL. Myxl, just Myxl. Double underscore Myxl in all caps, double underscore. It was a reference to main as a when you're initializing your main part of a code in Python, it's init underscore underscore main underscore underscore, and then you write your like main code there. I did do a good chunk of Python. I think when I started this too, I was considering doing like coding streams, but I never really got around to it because I never really had a reason to. There was nothing that I was interested in coding at the time. Like, I do know how to code. I can teach. Like, I think I'm confident enough to teach it, but like, for any sort of creative project, I need like a reason to do it for me to do it. What? Seems. No, that just seems like I'm just explaining doing stuff. I need, like, if I'm gonna, I don't know how to explain it. Like, there needs to be other reasons why I'm learning something, or other reasons why I'm doing stuff. It can't just be for like one thing or whatever. I don't know. That's changed though. I feel like I can just like, I feel more, I think after a year of streaming, I feel more liberal in the stuff that I do. Like, oh, what if I just do this? What if I just do that? You know, and like try other things, like try new stuff. Like something I changed recently was this box. You know, like the stream window. It's now I think not 9.5 by 11, like a 16 by 9 ratio. Or is it 16 by 9? I don't know. I think it's like a. The sizing technically is 1920 by 7. No, 1980 by 1920 by 720p. Is that the right aspect? No, is that the right aspect ratio? It's a standard window. 1920 by 1080p. That's what it is. 1920 by 1080. 1920 by 1080p. Technically. Because I am slowly working towards making shorts of my own content, clipping my streams, stuff like that. So I figured, you know what? If we want to do that, let's just try out what we get for the vibe for this stream window. I think it's kind of nice because at least now I can sort of like show my hands, be like, ah, whoa, look at that, and like, oh, whoa, oh, I'm so scared. So I'm kind of liking the stream window. What was I saying? Yeah, so I started off with just Myxl, and I'm sticking with that because like that's my name. Myxl tablet, but with 90 degree twist. Exactly. Yeah, we got the horizontal mode now. Myxl tablet horizontal mode. But. So yeah, so I wanted to stick with Myxl. That was like my branding. I was using this. These are 3D printed pieces. You even saw in the intro. You see me like physically moving pieces, physically moving the pieces in sync with the music, or attempted to be in sync with the music. As like my intro and ending, and like oh, also my. Can't wait for Diagonal Tablet to drop. Okay, it's kind of funny you mentioned that because I was debating at one point making, if I did a vertical stream, I wanted to angle it diagonally so that it doesn't matter if you're watching it vertically or horizontally, it'll still be slanted. Like, it'll still be equally slanted, and I think that would have been an interesting way to like present the streams, because then you can, I don't know, you can sort of watch it vertically or horizontally and still get the same game, like the same visual experience of watching a game on a slant. Because I don't know how people do like vertical stream gameplay. Like the clips that I've seen are all like, they're all clipped, like they're all cut to the side, right? So then like I don't know. I feel like that's not, like, why would you? I don't know. I felt like there has to be a better way to show like the full stream. I've seen people just like shrink down the full screen until it's like covering, like it's only taking up like a third of a phone screen or a third of a vertical screen. And in my mind I thought, oh yeah, that's not gonna work because it's like so small compared to everything else. But then like that's kind of how Twitch chat is set up or that's kind of how Twitch is set up if you're watching on mobile. So like maybe that's just a thing that people are like used to now. I don't know. I'm still from the generation that does not watch stuff vertically. Like if I'm gonna watch a video on my phone, I'm turning my phone 180 degrees. Alright, 90 degrees, sorry. I've turned my phone 90 degrees to watch it horizontally, you know? So the whole idea of watching stuff vertically is just very, I don't know, it's still very touch and go for me. We'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll change my mind. Maybe I'll try it out. Again, trying something new, seeing how it works. That's what I'm all about. What else is there? Oh, yeah, also... Oh, wait, sorry. So talking about Myxl. MYXL, that was my name. I did find out at some point it is the name of an existing company, MyXL, which I think is some sort of banking company, a sort of banking app in Indonesia. So it's like, oh, maybe I should probably change my name so that I'm not like accidentally like trying, like, because if something happens, like I'm trying to brand myself, right? When you're trying to do branding, you want a name that is easily searchable, not my name because people keep mixing up the spelling. But like, you want a name that's easily searchable. You want something like SEO, search engine optimized, stuff like that. And MYXL, even though it's unique, it would have been search like SEO if it weren't for the fact that there's another company that uses it and they're like a banking company. And like the problem that I was concerned is that if this goes well, if this content creation stuff goes well and I blow up and I become this big streamer, my name is gonna be directly competing with searches for a banking app, and I thought that would be very bad. That would cause a lot of issues. So it's probably better to just change up my name now or early before we get to that point. So I wound up going with Myxl Mayx. Why Mayx? Because I make things, and MAYX sort of fits in with the spelling, with the type of spelling that I'm using for Myxl, MYXL. Still got that YX in there on both sides, so like, you know what, that works. I have a first and last name now. Amazing. And now that name can hopefully be used in unison to brand myself as like my branding. I'm not just Myxl, I'm Myxl Mayx, you know, but then like people can still call me by my first name because like that's just my first name. People call me Myxl. I think you can even see that in like with some of my streamer friends. They still call me, I think like they will refer to me only as Myxl, like just Myxl, because when we first met I was still branded as just Myxl, like MYXL, nothing. I am now trying to make new streamer friends, trying to expand myself that way. That's not true, Myxl. Oh wait, yeah, I see. Yeah, see, it's stuff like that. Like you can sort of see that. It's kind of funny. It's kind of interesting too. Like even I remember even like seeing, like some streamer friends when they'll see me in chat, they'll shout, they'll like type up like, oh my gosh, it's Myxl, and like Myxl will be in all caps. So if you're ever wondering, that is because when I started off, my name was in all caps, MYXL. There was a point where I was considering turning MYXL into an acronym. And it could be this big reveal. It's like, oh, Myxl is actually an acronym for like... Oh man, what was the name? I think it was like... like Michael Yvonne something Ludo. I don't remember. I think I have to. I'm sure I wrote it down. Because there was a point where it's like, what if I turn it into an acronym? MYXL. Year Retrospective, links for giveaways, New Year's goals, tags. Oh yeah, tags. Like stream tags or something that I just never really had. Michael, your xylophone lover. There you go. Yeah, it could have been, and that's the thing, like it could have been a really funny thing where it's like I can have this stream where it's like, oh, what's Myxl's real name? And then like we can go over, it could be like those like outfit streams for other VTubers where they'll like show like the outline and then people draw what they think the outfit's gonna be. What? Oh yeah. Would be like what the outfit's gonna be, but instead it would be like, what do you think that, like, what do you think the acronym of my name spells? And then I could do like a react stream where it's like, oh, people thought it was like Michael, your xylophone lover, or like Michael Yvonne something. Oh, where is it? I'm pretty sure, I think it was, I'm sure at least Yvonne was one of the, did I never write it down? I don't think I wrote it down. Oh, I don't think I ever wrote it down. That's too bad. That would have been funny. But yeah, I think there was like, I was thinking doing that, and then I think I realized that like my business email was Myxl Mayx. I'm like, what about Myxl Mayx? But then instead of like, how do I spell Mayx in a weird way in the same way that I'm spelling Myxl, and then Mayx. I don't even think I was planning to be a cyborg. I think someone in chat said that, and they're like, oh yeah, you're a cyborg, and I'm like, you know what, sure, I'm a cyborg. and then I rebrand, and then I did like a soft rebrand. I added the what's after this slide? Oh no, it's the stream stats. Okay, no, not yet. We're not there yet. I added the I got the scissors and robot arm as my Oshi mark. I said like, yeah, I'm a crafty cyborg. Oh, the other thing that I did was I went back through all of my previous VODs and I changed the links because I had to change. I changed my Twitter handle. Like it wasn't, because my Twitter handle used to be @__MYXL__. And so I had to change my Twitter handle to Myxl_Mayx. And then that broke all the links in like, it broke all the links in previous VODs. So I had to go back and change all of that. And so I did. For like, I think it was like 30 something videos. I just went through everything and I changed the links and stuff, and it was a crazy night. I think I did that all in one night after I rebranded, and I did like, oh, like crafty cyborg and blah blah, and I did all that fun stuff, and then yeah, now here we are. So yeah, so rebranding, that's another thing too. Rebranding is a lot because like depending on how far you rebrand, you have to like start over with some stuff. Like if I was ever to rebrand, wink wink, I'd have to, you know, like recolor this the Myxl tablet, change out the text boxes, or like those text the chat boxes and stuff. I'm changing my logo, I'm changing this background, I'm changing my character. I might need to change my Oshi mark depending on how far my my rebrand is. All this stuff. There's a lot of stuff that goes into like setting up your brand and setting up like your like public image. And I honestly, for me, like like the background and stuff. Like the Myxl tablet wasn't even until like what, 2 months ago, maybe 3 months ago. The background, I don't think I started. No, the background is this year. The background I only got this year. The chat box, the way that that's looking right now, I didn't get that until, I don't know, like a month ago. The tablet's new. Well, this extended one I only started this week, I think. But then like using the Myxl tablet was like this year sort of thing. A lot of stuff that I've done recently has been like in the last 3 months. That's sort of me realizing like, yeah, I think this is like a part of me now. This is not just some fad. This is not just some hyperfixation that goes away. I am streamer now. Yeah, what else was there? What else is on this slide? I was doing cover songs. Yeah, I started doing, I think once I got all my branding done, I started doing like covers for singing March on Twitter or X, depending on how you decide to call it. So like there's a bunch, like a good chunk of my shorts, a good chunk of my YouTube shorts, a good chunk of my YouTube shorts are just like these like low effort covers of just me throwing myself out there, being like, oh, this is a song I sang for this is another song, blah blah blah. And then that was like all of March, and then it wasn't until like March 26th I'm like, you know what, I just want to, I'm not waiting until the end of March to start streaming. I want to start streaming now. And then I started streaming, and then a year later here we are. So anyways, what have we done in the past year, you might ask? Well, excellent question. Chat, voice in my head, what have you. Stream stats, yeah. We have done 112 streams on YouTube since I started. 293 hours and 4,542 views. I've done like a lot more than I was expecting. Like 112 streams, that's crazy. Wait, no, that can't be right. No, that can't be right. Hold on. It's not 112 streams. No. Is there anything sus being shown on here? Nope. Okay. It can't be 112. It's not 112 streams. I looked at this. Oh, yeah, it is. Technically, it's 113 now. Okay. Can you tell I did this, like, earlier today? Yes, I've done 112 streams. Can you believe that? It's like a third of the year. Almost just under a third of the year. Like, just under a third of the year I spent streaming. 293 hours. Give me the numbers, the stats. Well, welcome to the stream. We're looking at the stats. Yeah, no, we got... most stream category was 3D modeling. We'll get to like the thing later, but like that was sort of a big thing, is that at some point I decided, no, 3D modeling, I want to like lean heavily into that, and looks like I succeeded, because that is my most streamed category, is 3D modeling. But I really want to lean into that and be like, yeah, like I want to be like a 3D modeling streamer, because then I realized I could also just make my own costumes and stuff, and I can be like, wow, look at this costume that I made. What if you what if I told you that you can have this costume too? Buy it below or something like that. I'm not selling anything yet, but like I'm thinking of starting to doing like 3D model commissions. But that's also sort of why I want to start doing 3D modeling, is that at least those streams I could like get better at 3D modeling and just get used to the 3D modeling and actually like making stuff that like from start to finish, and also timing myself so that I can know how to price myself when I start to sell my services. But yeah, what was I saying? 3D modeling. Longest stream and most viewed were my Instars in Time streams. So like that just sort of hammers home the fact that I think when someone was shouting me out on stream, when another streamer friend was shouting me out on stream, they told their chat like, oh yeah, check out Myxl Mayx, they do a lot of like RPG stuff and like 3D modeling. And it's like, oh okay, am I the RPG streamer then? And that's what I do now. I leaned heavily into that. If that's what people think when they first see me, then like I will lean into it. Every Fridays now are now RPGs. Every Mondays are now 3D modeling, and Wednesday is just sort of whatever game either I'm interested in or whatever game I can stream that like follows a trend. But like I think the problem with that is that one of the stats that I found, actually that's something I should have checked, is what my viewership is like on average for like the days. Relatable? Yeah. Because like I think Monday and Friday streams were always like pretty high in numbers, and then Wednesday streams was like my lowest average viewers, lower viewership, stuff like that. So I'm thinking now that, I've realized now that might be because I keep switching out whatever I'm playing on a Wednesday, so no one really knows what to expect when I stream on a Wednesday, so people don't really stick around. So I need to find something a bit more stable to actually stream on Wednesday and just need to stick to that. Or if I do change, I need to make some announcement like, oh yeah, I'm changing it to blah blah blah, and etc etc. But alas, those details will be talked about later. But yeah, longest stream and most viewed stream. 2 different in stars and time streams. Honestly, shout out to my one IRL friend that told me to play in stars and time, because I mean, look at it. It's sort of now like my longest stream, it's one of my most viewed ones. The King one, I don't know why that was the most viewed. I think the YouTube algorithm just sort of latched onto it, and they're like, in stars in time, King, and then like just threw that out to everyone. And then because that's obviously something that people are gonna be searching up, like in stars in time King, and then it just so happens that my title is like in stars in time the King, like that. Like that is just like, that is the epitome of SEO optimization. Other thing here, the views versus stream type, we can see my viewership is slowly on the rise. It's a positive slope, albeit very scattered and inconsistent. I think like King final boss equals views on, yeah, and there's that too. And this was like, that's a funny thing too, is that this is like part 5. We don't even finish the game until part 15. But yeah, it's basically like King, final boss's views. That's essentially it, Jason. You're totally right. Like, people are just like, oh, this person's fighting the King. This is Act 3. Let's see what the person's reaction is. And they did get a good reaction because, well, spoilers, but people, like, I thought this was the fight. I thought this was the boss fight. That's part 5. This is the boss fight, part 15. So you can imagine what happened there. But yeah, so this got a bunch of stuff. We're slowly growing in viewership. We're slowly reaching an audience. I totally should have gotten a chart for subscriptions. I don't know why I never thought of checking that. I only looked at like the stream stats and like views and stuff. Oh, yeah, that's fine. We're at 80 we're at 80, I think it's like what? We're at 80 80 subscribers on YouTube. Thank you, YouTube. 50 followers on Twitch. Thank you, Twitch. We just need that average viewership on Twitch of like 3 or higher, and we can get affiliate, and then we can get ads, and then we can get throw redeems, and you can throw stuff at me, and you can do all this fun stuff, and I can make stuff for you to throw at me, and it'll be really fun. And I'm very excited to get there. We're so close, guys. Advertise, like, tell your friends. Myxl Mayx, cool person. Cool streamer. Let's keep digging with the stats, shall we? Stream categories. These are like, I say top 12. Why is Streamlabs promoting Twitch on Twitch? Streamlabs is promoting Twitch on both chats. I have it linked up to promote on both chats, both YouTube and Twitch. So like Twitch is gonna get both Twitch and YouTube. So like Twitch is gonna see an ad for Twitch, YouTube's gonna see an ad for Twitch, and then the next one, Streamlabs is gonna show both people. Twitch is gonna see a link for YouTube, and then YouTube's gonna see a link for YouTube. Is this the way that the bots work? Like, I tried to set it up where Streamlabs will only promote Twitch on Twitch and then YouTube on YouTube, but I don't think it lets me do that. Maybe it can, and I just never looked into it further than what I did, but alas. This is it half an hour or 20 minutes? In some span of time, you're gonna end up seeing another ad for another watch more, and it's gonna be YouTube instead. Maybe I should try to like that's the other thing too, is that for like those Streamlab ads, I don't want to start like bombarding the chat with them, so like they're gonna be sparse, but it leads to like, you know, an ad on Twitch to watch more Twitch, and then you don't see another thing for like another half hour where it's like, oh, you can also watch on YouTube. But at the same time, it's like, I don't want this like giant block of like, watch everything here. Unless I can find a way to like space it out. Maybe I should try to figure that out too. Anyways, stream categories, of course. 3D modeling is at the top with 18 streams. 18 streams the past year with 3D modeling stuff. Followed by Honkai Star Rail. Anyone remember that? Honkai Star Rail. And that's sort of like the other game that I started streaming with, is Honkai Star Rail. Because I knew, like, I mean, I still know a lot of like in-depth stat stuff, and like I can talk about, I can react to the story, but the story is so long and boring and not really the best for streaming, at least for me. Or I can do like the weekly or bi-weekly boss fights, and then I can talk about strategy, and that would be like a really good conversation on stream where we talk about strategy, and it's like we bounce ideas off each other and stuff like that, and that would be cool. But I think there was a point where like, I think it was due to the strikes, like the SAG-AFTRA video game strikes, and I found out that the Honkai Star Rail was a part of it. And like, oh, maybe I should try to play something else that's not Honkai Star Rail. I try to like move back from it. I think that's also around the time that I started with ISAT, when it Stars in Time. Maybe I should put in like the full name. I don't know, it's fine. You can ask me on stream. Celeste, I was also, oh yeah, I was playing a lot of Celeste at one point. I got a good chunk of followers from Celeste. 12 streams to reach a summit. That was fun. HSR cosplay, I was doing cosplay live on stream. I could probably do that again now, but I don't really have the money to like invest in a cosplay or go to a con. So there's no cosplay stuff until I can get an income. And then Doom, of course. Doom was also a thing that I was streaming a good chunk of. 8 streams, Doom 2016, including me. I'm here from Celeste. Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, JSam, you were here for Celeste and you stuck around. I still have that note in my study book for the learning JPRPG. I wrote that down somewhere. That's up there now with like One Shot, which I'm like almost close to finishing. What is it? One Shot. Oh yeah, One Shot finale, I think. I'm pretty sure this Friday is the one-shot finale. I'm pretty sure. I'm here from Doom. Oh yeah, you are here. Yeah, but you're here from Doom Eternal, right? Chadius Gaming, you're here from Doom Eternal. You got here from Doom Eternal. I only did like 3 streams of that. Honestly, I think like Doom Eternal, that's the other thing with like Doom, is that the Doom streams do get a good chunk of views. But I was just like, I don't know, it wasn't fully vibing with me. I liked the story, I enjoy the gameplay, but like I was just not. I don't know. It wasn't really. I think with shooters or like FPS games, I tend to go quiet, and I tend to like lock in and try to focus on like the game. And like 90% of Doom is just like running around shooting, and I need to like lock in and try to like focus on that. And I can't speak when I'm doing that, and it's like now you're just watching this person silently play and like yell hell yeah, or like yeah baby let's go like every like 3 to 5 minutes. And it's like, I don't know, maybe that's not the is that the type of stream that I want to be providing? I don't know. So like I think that I sort of stopped doing that. We did end up streaming Mecha Break instead because Mecha Break got released, and then that also got a lot of views on Wednesdays. And then I found out that like I think people were like disliking the videos, and then I found out that it has like mostly negative reviews on Steam. So I'm like, oh okay. I mean, am I gonna be playing Mecha Break again once they come out? Like once the actual game comes out? Probably. If it's free, absolutely. If it's paid, if I have to pay for the game, I don't know, because again, no income right now. So what else is there? Oh, did web fishing for 2 streams. Web fishing for 2 streams, that was that was my first. Web fishing was my first group collab. And it was like me, Susana Amano, Arcadius VT, Chipperella the Fox, and Fool's Juice. And if you don't know any of those people, I highly recommend checking out my web fishing VOD, and you can go check out those fine people and see what they're up to. My side as well, I only streamed my side twice, but I did have that like pre-recorded gameplay series that I was releasing on Saturdays. The Saturdays after I came back from Christmas vacation. I have like maybe like what 4 or 5 pre-recorded videos from my side, and like that sort of like got me back into like recording gameplay and stuff and trying to look at that stuff. And then I found out that Saturday morning posting videos Saturday morning on YouTube, not the best time to do that. I think I found that out afterward. I think I found it out like halfway through the series, and I thought like, oh, should I change the release time, or should I just continuously do it at the same time because the people who are watching it are expecting it at that time. I don't remember if I wound up changing that, or if I wound up staying the same. But my side is definitely like a game that like I'm more than happy to go back to, even though I don't stream. Like I don't stream it a lot because like I finished the game. Like if you want to watch me play that game, there's like a oh, that's the other thing with my side. I randomly came across it on Twitter on like a couple days before the official release, and I was just like, for some reason I didn't like I should. Okay, that's the other thing too, is that something I learned from this, or at least with my side, is that if I think a random indie game is going to like go big, I am going to be streaming it on the day that it releases. It doesn't matter if I typically stream something else on that day. I should and I will be streaming it on that day, just so that I can capture that audience. Because what I did for that My Side stream, I played the demo the day before the release. And so like I got a lot of views on that, and I got a lot of views of people watching the demo, but like afterwards I just never touched it again because it was the demo and I never played the full game. And then I wound up releasing those like I did still want to play that game. I wound up playing it off stream and recording it and posting it as videos, but that was like what like a month after. So stuff like like by a month after, like fanfare sort of like dies down. I sort of miss out on like that initial like spike of people just like clamoring to watch gameplay or clamoring to play it and stuff. So next time I find a game that's like, oh, I want to play this, I'm just gonna play it. I'm just gonna play it on like my next stream time slot, regardless of what the typical schedule is. Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, so I did a lot of like, but you can also see too, like this sort of spread here, right? Like ISAT is RPG, Celeste is sort of skill-based but sort of RPG. My side's RPG but sort of horror. Doom Eternal, Doom is sort of like leads into the horror stuff. HSR is more strategy. Like moving forward, I'm gonna be looking at like these top 5, right? Or maybe not these ones, but like we'll look at like views and stuff. That's another thing we can look at next. Next slide. Oh yeah, the time spent. That's something. The time spent on it too. ISAT, I spent the most time on 63 hours. 63 hours playing ISAT. That's insane. I think when I looked it up, it like the expected. Oh no, what was the expected gameplay? I think was 40, and I wound up playing for like 63 hours. And 3D modeling again, top. It's a thing that I streamed the most. 45 hours. That's expected. Celeste only took 29 hours to complete, which is impressive. I think. I don't know what the average time slot. You know what I should have looked up? I should have looked up average completions for these games. We can look it up now, actually. Let's see. Let's pull it up. Time to beat. And we can edit it live on stream. Oh no, not stream views. No, we're not looking at stream views yet. How long to beat ISAT? How long is installation time? Main story is 20 hours. So yeah, main story was 20 hours. I spent 63, and I think okay, I was more into completionist with like ISAT, but apparently typically 41 hours. So let's say 41 hours. Time to. Oh no. Typically 41.5. And then we'll just HSR is an ongoing thing. What about Celeste? Time to beat Celeste. Celeste was just the main story. Main story typical is 8.5. And I spent 28 hours? No, oh my gosh. Typically 8.5. Chardo. The precedence goes to 100 million with some 8,000. Why so precise? I think it was minutes and I divided by 60. I can delete some of these. That's 7, 9, 3. Like, I made this morning, so it's a little there. HSR cosplay, say, okay, Doom. What's the time to beat for Doom? The 2016 version of Doom. 11.5, and I took 17. Okay, that's not too bad. 11.5. 0.5. One shot's not done yet. Learning JPRPG I never went back to. And it's an hour, so I get the So to get those numbers is weird. Yeah, because it was in minutes. I wrote it out in minutes and then divided by 60 to get hours. That's why. Alright, learning Japanese RPG, I never wound up getting back to because it felt weird how they were portraying the Japanese language. I don't know what it is. It just seemed to like rub me the wrong way. It was like, oh, this mystical, magical language, Japanese, and it's like, it's kind of odd. Like, it's a great way to learn Japanese, but that's my one critique of the game, is that I kind of wish that they presented it in a way that didn't make it sound like some like mystical magical thing. Yeah. Mecha Break, I did not what was Mecha Break? Huh? What am I saying? Mecha Break doesn't thing. I didn't finish Doom Eternal. I'm not too sure if I'm gonna go back to it. My side, it technically took 5 hours for me to finish the full game. No, not inside. My side. 4 hours? Oh, okay, yeah. So that's typically 4. Nice. So let's see. Yeah, so then, okay, so slideshow. There we go. So yes. Like my side, I did finish. I didn't finish it on stream. I finished it as recorded videos, and then I think the recorded videos wound up coming up to around 5 hours. But then main story, I guess main story I finished in 5. Oh yeah. So now let's go back to views. ISAT got me the most views. Surprise, surprise. 25% of all my views were people coming in to watch me play ISAT. At 1,169 views. 3D modeling is second, with like what, 15.5, 16%. So like a sixth of my views after that were 3D modeling. I think HSR in general make up around 10% of my viewership. No, this is HSR. Yeah, HSR takes up around like 11% of my viewership. After that is like Celeste, and then my side. Learning JPRPG, a lot of people were coming in for that. I bet you it's mostly because it was like learning a language. Mecha Break was garnering a lot because I was playing during the open beta. Doom 2016. I think I started playing Doom around the time that Doom Dark Ages was announced. So that's sort of how I got a bit of that audience. Chikutaku is another was like a one-off game for like HoloLive that I played. I was playing Chikutaku on the day that Amelia Watson was graduating, so that is how I got all those viewers because people were like coming, like they're searching up Amelia Watson and then they're finding my stream of playing Chikutaku, and I think there's some people that popped in and they're talking about like missing Watson Amelia and stuff. And I mean, yeah, it was a rough day. And then Doom Eternal again is also showing up there because I think I don't know if I started Doom Eternal around the same time that Doom the Dark Ages was also announced, so that might actually be why there's like a good chunk of viewership with the Doom franchise that I was playing. Is not really so much because of my... Well, I mean, I think it was getting views because I was playing it around the same time that Doom the Dark Ages was being announced. So I was able to get, like, people were looking for it. So I was able to, like, get, like, a small percentage of people who were looking for Doom content and decided to, like, tune into me. So that was good. And then, like, web fishing was also, like, a big one just because it's like a social game. And I think it was around the same time that, like, it was big, too. Like, it was around the same time that people were... people were streaming it, so that sort of explains that, I guess. But yeah, hi Myxl. Hey Gojo Sensei, welcome to stream. We're reviewing. I don't know if I said welcome to stream Chardo as well, but Chardo, Gojo Sensei, Twitch and YouTube and Twitch respectively. We're going through a year of data, essentially. We're combing through a year's worth of stream data. We're looking at, we're trying to figure out what we can learn. What we can learn so far is that a lot of my stream, like what is this? This is, like, half of my views are from ISAT, 3D modeling, and Celeste. Hold up, Chardo is still with us? Yeah, Chardo's in chat on YouTube. Alright, should I put this on all? Yeah. Hello, Chardo! Yeah, JSam... Chardo, JSam says hello on Twitch. So what was I saying? Doing great, Myxl. Oh, thanks, Sensei! Thank you, Sensei. Thank you, Gojo Sensei. Yeah, no, I'm doing all right. I'm pretty happy with it. Like, I mean, it's one of those things too. Like, looking at this, it's like, okay, half of my viewership is from like ISAT and Celeste and 3D modeling. 3D modeling is not going to change anytime soon. Like, I'm not going to stop doing 3D modeling. But you know, ISAT's finished. I think my next game after ISAT was One Shot. One Shot's doing all right. 1.8% of my viewers, I think, was it. Where's One Shot on here? Where's One Shot on here? Oh no, One Shot doesn't show up in my top 12. I think that's another thing. Chikutaku just sort of like bumped it off because it just got a bunch of views because I was streaming it on the day that Ame was graduating. But if it wasn't for Chikutaku, I think, yeah, One Shot would have showed up next, but like with half as many views as Web Fishing. Which is fine. Like, I'm enjoying One Shot. I think that's another thing too. Like, the important thing for me is that I'm enjoying the game. Doom Eternal and Doom 2016, my enjoyment was like, was sort of like half and half, if I'm being honest. Which is probably why I might not go back to Doom Eternal. Sorry, Chadius Gaming. But I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to be going back to the Doom franchise. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how I feel. But like, I am very much leaning more towards like RPG stuff, you know, like Celeste and ISAT and My Side, or what was the other? One Shot. Again, not really showing up here because I mean, I just started streaming it and it's not getting a lot of views, and again, that's fine. I don't mind. We're doing stuff that we like, and hopefully that joy at the very least will help get me past the thing. I think that's the other thing too, is that with the One Shot streams, I was very lazy with the thumbnails. So like, I was just doing like part 1, part 2, and I should have done, I don't know if I should have done more. Maybe I'll go back at some point and like change up the thumbnails, or I don't know. I think I'll try to put a bit more effort into thumbnails moving forward, just because I can imagine those one-shot thumbnails seem to be not as like flashy as other thumbnails that I've made. So I don't know, we'll see. So let us continue. Content strategy! Wow! Oh, I need to like move this enough time. Make sure to give yourself enough time to see results. The 2 is behind the Myxl tablet. It's fine. Content strategy. One of the things that was important to me was I have a consistent schedule. Every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I thought it was... Because like, I still don't know how to navigate the Twitter algorithm. I have no idea how it works. I don't know what gets pushed. I don't know what doesn't. So I'm sort of relying on YouTube algorithm to help me spread the word of Myxl Mayx. And what the YouTube algorithm seems to like is consistency. Or so I've been told. Consistency. So I thought, like, you know what? Let's treat my live streams like a show. Like a cable TV show. Cable TV, how do people latch on? Like, how do people know when to tune in is if you air it at the same time every time in a week. So every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I started off 9 a.m. Eastern time. 9 a.m. Why am I streaming at 9 a.m.? Because at the start of my streaming journey, these streams felt like appointments, and I could not bring myself to do anything else except for prepare for the stream and wait for the stream to start. Like, it was very... Like, streaming definitely brought me out of my shell and sort of, like, made me a bit more confident in putting myself out there and, like, presenting and, like, talking to a group and coalescing a thought in on the fly. But at the start, you know, like, I wasn't too sure about stuff, and I was nervous. I was always nervous. I'd be like, I'd always have to prep like an hour before the stream, or I'd have to like set up everything and then know, like, oh, do I do this first or this first, or do I set up this? Like, oh, is this okay? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm checking over everything, blah, blah, blah. So 9 a.m. 9 a.m. I do the stream. After a bit of time, I think I started to get more comfortable with streaming, and that's when I started to shift everything to... I think I started off with Monday 9 p.m., Wednesday, Friday 9 a.m. And I was doing like Monday nights where my 3D modeling, because those could be like chill stuff, and then 9 a.m. would be like my regular streams. And then after, I think it was after ISAT, it was after Instars in Time that I decided I will move my stream from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. And I would start playing a different game at 2 p.m. instead. And that's another thing too, is that like, slowly moved to 9 p.m. 2 p.m. streams following change in stream category. This was a 3-week process of me... Oh, was it 3 weeks or 2 weeks? I think it was 2 weeks. It was a 2-week process of me telling people, hey, the next time I stream on Monday, for example, it'll be at 9 p.m. The next time I stream on Wednesday, it'll be at 2 p.m. Next time I stream on Friday, it'll be at 2 p.m. I'm telling people, I'm telling the viewers, I'm letting people know. I think I had like a note on screen. It's like change of schedule, blah, blah, blah. It reminds me... You know what it is? If anyone remembers YTV, and if anyone remembers the YTV app, like, night series Bionics, there was a point where, like, Bionics, when it started off on YTV, Bionics was like more of like their late night show. Like, it was later at night. It was a more mature. It was geared towards a more mature audience. So it had stuff like it would have stuff like Full Metal Alchemist. Like, it would air Full Metal Alchemist on Bionics. Or like it would air what was it? What else was there? Avatar: The Last Airbender. Was One Piece on anyways. Like, but yeah, like Full Metal Alchemist. Like, imagine like the Nina Tucker episode on YTV, but like at 8 o'clock at night. Like, that's a little, like, oh my god, like, I watched that and I got scarred, and I, like, could not watch... I never got back to watching Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood until, like, 4 years after. But, like, Bionics used to be Friday night, and then came the ads. Bionics is moving from Friday to Saturday. Bionics is moving from Friday to Saturday. It used to be on Friday, but now it's on Saturday. Bionics. So like, it had like a whole thing, and they were like they were advertising that. I'm pretty sure that advertisement is going on for like a month. It was a month-long campaign to make sure everyone is aware that the time slot has changed. They're no longer doing this on Fridays. It's moving to Saturdays. And so that was part of the mentality that I had when I started changing my stream schedule. Is like, I need to be telling people, like, I am moving my stream time. Friday. Like, I am moving my stream time from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. It is getting moved. Maybe I should have done, like, I heard Friday instead of Friday 2 times. From Friday to Saturday. I don't know, maybe I did say Friday. Friday. From Friday to Saturday. I don't know, it kind of does when I use the voice. But yeah, like, maybe what I should have done was I should have made, like, that jingle. I made a jingle, 1 month campaign being like, Myxl stream is moving from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Myxl stream is moving from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. It used to be in the morning, but now it's in the afternoon. Maybe I should have done that. That would have been super funny. I've been so stupid, but it would have been so good. One of those things, if it's stupid but it works, it ain't stupid. Maybe, I don't know, that would be funny. What was that? Good Siri bot. Good job. Spam detected. Good job, Siri bot. Okay, where are we? Where are we? Content strategy, YouTube. So, consistency is very important to stay consistent with my schedule. That is why I only ever do 9 p.m. Mondays, 2 p.m. Wednesday, Friday. If I was to do like a collaboration with someone, of course that would be at a time that is better suited for them. That's fine. I'm fine with that. But for my core audience, for my core content, it'll always be in either Monday 9 p.m. or Wednesday, Friday 2 p.m. And if that changes, then I'm probably gonna make another jingle. It'll be a month-long campaign of telling everyone that I'm moving to a different time slot. But until then, we're sticking to this. Another thing with my strategy was transparency. Game links in descriptions on YouTube, always. A link with all the software. Okay, it used to be that all the software that I used was in this big long list in my YouTube description. At some point I decided that's too much. I did that on Twitch instead, and then now there's a link in my YouTube to be like, oh, go to this Twitch link if you want to know how I'm using, like, what software I'm using. You want to know what recording software I'm using, how I made my avatar, how I'm doing tracking, all that fun stuff. Go to Twitch. Go to that Twitch link, and you can find a list to see all the software that I use, or at least most of it. And that was another important thing to me too, just like being lowering the barrier to entry. Because I know for 3D VTubing, a lot of the content that I've seen about people talking about 3D VTubing is talking about like, oh, I have to buy the trackers, and buying the trackers is expensive, and having a PC that can run everything, blah blah blah. It's like, no, you don't even need that. Like my VTuber tracking stuff, $0. Vvoid, free. XR animator for motion capture, free. Vneon for the actual like VTuber program, free. It's all free. You can try it out, and if you like it, great. And if you don't like it, then you don't have to try and resell your $1,000 model or $300 model or whatever it is. You can try it out for free. You can try streaming out for free. If you like it, great. Maybe after then you can start putting money into it. If you don't like it, no loss, no money lost. It's all good. Hashtags versus tags. On YouTube, hashtags are like the way that things get sorted, you know, that makes sense. Y'all understand hashtags. Tags, on the other hand, are like additional search results that you want additional like, okay, the useful thing for tags is if you're has beat this boss in hard mode finally. Ooh, what boss? Congrats. What was I saying? Tags. Tags are essentially like, well, okay. The intended use for tags are if the thing that you're talking about is misspelled often. So you can put the misspelling of the thing of your title in the tag so that YouTube knows to redirect misspelled search results to your thing. But you can also use tags in the same way as hashtags and sort of use like, if people are looking for one shot as a single word or one shot, 2 words. Its name is Hatred. It was hard. What game is that? Hatred. Like, why does that sound like one of the wait, where's Hatred from? Is that one of like the randoms, like one of the enemies in Warframe? Is that Warframe? Like the I don't know what it is. I don't remember too much about Warframe. I used to play Warframe a lot back in university. Oh my gosh. I haven't touched it in so long. I don't think I played it in like 4 years, almost 5 now. What was he saying? Hashtag versus tags. Yeah, tags are sort of like, so like if you're looking for, so like for my Blender stream, for example, I would put, for my one-shot streams, for example, I would put one shot as 2 words. No, not that Hatred, but there's this other one. Oh, Sekiro? Oh, jeez. Sekiro boss? Congrats. Damn. Very good. Very nice. Yeah, go JSAM. Very nice. What was I saying? Tags. So like, let's say for one shot, I would put in the search like in tags, one shot as 1 word, one shot as 2 words, Nico one shot. When the other, I don't know what other search things, but basically I would use that in tandem with Google Trends. And I would basically, if you look at Google Trends, you can look up the trends for like search results of things, and like when people would start searching for that stuff, and like when people would most often search for that stuff, what people would search up adjacent to that sort of stuff. So I would use Google Trends along with tags to try and like get my stuff to get my content out to people when they're searching for it. And that's also part of the reason why I moved my streams to 2 p.m. is because I knew that 2 p.m. was sort of like the prime time for Google Live, for like YouTube Live stuff, and also for like gaming stuff in general. No, like the boss is a different one, but on Google I found a different one, not the one from Sekiro that I beat. Like, what? This boss is a different one, but on Google I found a different one. Not the one from Sekiro that I beat. Like, what? Just... You could make this way easier by just saying, I beat this person from this game. Done. But, I mean, honestly, I would also be just, like, scrambling if I just finished beating a boss. After I'm done beating a boss, my brain is just gone. I beat Hatred Blocktails, not Hatred Sekiro. Okay, Hatred Blocktails. Nice. What's Blocktails? Block. Tails. Multiplayer turn-based. Oh, damn. All right, nice. Roblox. Nice. Very nice, very nice. That's another thing. That's a tangent I went on. Back to topic. Yes, back to topic. Google Trends. Yeah, like that's also part of the reason why I switched to like 2 p.m. stream time. Google Trends was saying like the games that I wanted to play, or like the game, or just like search them like search trends for the games that I wanted to play would be peaking around like the 2 p.m., 3 p.m. time slot. So I'm like, okay, maybe I should start streaming at that time slot now too instead. Yeah, that's basically, it's more or less it. Like, big thing for YouTube is just like staying consistent, trying to use tags. Another thing too here is like more reach is not equal to more views. So like if your tags are too general or you make something that's like way too general, people might click into it and then they see it's not what they're looking for and then decide to like leave the video. Those stats get tracked by YouTube, and if YouTube decides the people that we're sending this out to don't like, are not clicking on your video or don't like watching your video, then we're gonna stop spreading it to other people. Which, I mean, in theory it does make sense. So like, you essentially have to make sure that it's the same idea as just like filling a niche. You don't want to be too generalized of a content creator. You want to find a niche and you want to stick to it. And that niche, you gotta know how people look for things in that niche. And from there, that's how you get your audience. So yeah. Don't spread yourself too thin, because you end up burning out and you end up not garnering the audience that you could have got if you tried to target them specifically. And another thing too here is always look for new ways to approach your content, but make sure to give yourself enough time to see results. Again, with YouTube values consistency. Okay, from what I understand, YouTube values consistency. So if you're changing up your stuff every week, every 2 weeks, stuff like that, YouTube's not gonna know how to market you to other audiences, and it's not going to be able to push you out in the same way as it's able to push out a content creator that only does one thing. So like, think of like tech YouTubers who do, tech YouTubers who do like tech reviews. They only do tech reviews. So YouTube knows to just only push them towards people who like to watch tech reviews. Versus like a YouTuber or a VTuber, we like variety streaming. Variety streaming is kind of difficult because there isn't really a consistent thing that you do other than the fact that you are a VTuber. Basically, that one syndrome about where if something happens in public, no one is going to help unless they are meant exactly. Yeah, like. Like if something's going on and it's adjacent to that, Chardo, you're right. It's like if a thing like something happens in public and in the back of your mind you're like, oh, someone else is gonna get that, I don't need to worry about it, so then they just move on, and then everyone else thinks this, no one ends up helping the person. But if something happens and then you're like, you right there, you should go help that person, then they'll actually go help the person. Same sort of way, YouTube video, if you just spread it out to, if you just throw it into the general public, the general public might not be interested in that video, so then they might end up watching it, and YouTube's like, oh, no one's watching your video, so we're not gonna push it anymore. Versus like you tell YouTube, I only do this thing, and then YouTube's like, all right, got you, I'm gonna push your content to people who watch that thing. And so for like games, for example, one of the things actually that I should have put on here is like, there are websites that you can use for like games similar to other game, and I'm gonna be using that now, moving forward, essentially to try and figure out like, okay, these are, so like if we look at the back here, it's like, oh, my top 3, or like the audience that I want to target are people who play In Stars in Time, Celeste, and One Shot. Why One Shot when it's so low down? Like, why not In Stars in Time, Celeste, and like Honkai Star Rail? Because 1, 2, 3, it's way too broad of a thing. Like, Honkai Star Rail is so different from like Celeste or In Stars in Time that it doesn't end up, it basically ends up recommending another gacha game. And it's like, I do not want to play a gacha game on stream. Well, it's not like I don't want to. Okay, it's recommending thing. What's the game called? Oh my gosh, what's the game called? Something Xless. Not Azure Lane. What's the other one? What's the other girl gun game? Not Nikkei. Oh my gosh, what's that one game? Something 2 Xless. Oh shoot. I'm gonna search up Xless on YouTube and it's gonna show me maybe. Exilium 2? Exilium? Girls Frontline. Girls Frontline 2 Exilium. And it's like, I have seen clips from that game. I don't think I'm gonna play Girls Frontline on stream. Might not be something that I'm comfortable playing publicly. So HSR was not on the list, so it wound up being ISAT, Celeste, and One Shot. So I'm like, okay. So now I can sort of like focus it and like, okay, these are the games that I want to try and cater an audience towards. People who have played ISAT, people who have played Celeste, people who have played One Shot. So that's like your RPG with a little bit of skill in it. Well, I mean, there's skill in RPG, you know what I mean? So that takes us to our what's next. YouTube, you already know my YouTube link. You've seen it. But what's next? What game will I be playing next? Can I zoom in on this? I don't know if you can see this. But these are basically a list of all the games that I have in my Steam library, sorted based on what their average viewership is Wednesday at 2 p.m. versus Friday at 2 p.m. So the way that you read this is games that are leaning more towards the x-axis are games that are viewed higher during Wednesday 2 p.m. versus games that are leaning more towards the y-axis are games that are viewed more during Friday at 2 p.m. And so we have here like Bread and Fred is sort of like on the line, so it doesn't really matter if I play it on Wednesday or Friday. Noita apparently is played more on Friday. I think Bokuda and Ibn Ob are more Friday games, seems like. Game about digging a hole, that's more Wednesday. Hollow Knight's here, and that's also more Wednesday, but I think I'm gonna play that Friday anyways. XCOM is here too, but that's like just like along the axis, and it's also lower down here. It's like less than 5 average viewers. That's another thing that I need to worry about. I mean, okay, if you want to start content creation, you're gonna hear a lot of stuff about people saying, don't chase the numbers. Play when you want to play. Play the games that you want to play. Stream at the times that you want to stream at. And I 100% agree. But I will add an addendum. If you can plan the games that you want to play in such a way that it just so happens to fit in a better performing time slot, then maybe do that. Maybe you can look into that and make that consideration, you know? If you want to play Hollow Knight, for example, I'm looking at these, I'm looking here and I'm seeing that Hollow Knight is averaging like, I don't know, it's like 8 or 9 average viewers during Wednesday, but only like 5 or 6 viewers during Friday. Maybe it's better for me to stream Hollow Knight on a Wednesday. I still want to play Hollow Knight. It's still a game that I still want to play. I am still planning on playing it at 2 p.m. But I could play it on a Wednesday instead of a Friday because it just so happens that Twitch says that people watch Hollow Knight playthroughs on Wednesdays. Same with a game about digging a hole. A lot of people seem to watch it more on Wednesday than on a Friday. And another thing too is that like maybe I don't want to play Hollow Knight on a Friday. Like maybe Hollow Knight is like my next RPG game, and my RPG games I play on Friday, so I'm just gonna play it on Friday. How does it perform on Friday? It gets like what? Just like a little over 5 views. That's fine. Little over 5 views is fine for me, especially since I'm trying to get affiliate and I need an average of 3. Getting a little over 5 is no problem for me. Versus like, but like, let's say like milk outside a bag of milk, or milk inside a bag of milk, those 2 games. This is where like those numbers might start to get a bit more important, because then you can be like, okay, milk outside a bag of milk, Wednesday, 2 p.m. It's averaging, what is that? Like maybe 11 or 12 viewers. 11 to 12 average views at 2 p.m. versus like under 3 viewers on Friday at 2 p.m. So if I want to play milk outside a bag of milk or milk inside a bag of milk, I'm probably better off playing it on a Wednesday compared to a Friday. And I can schedule that and like be like, okay, we'll plan it out for a Wednesday instead. But then something like I don't know what else. Greece gets like just inches towards 5 on a Friday 2 p.m. but there's barely anything on a Wednesday. So maybe if I want to play Greece, I should save that for a Friday stream. Stuff like that, you know. So like, yes, you should play, if you're planning on doing content creation, play the games that you want, but do the extra research to see if you can play it at a better like if you can do something to improve when people see you, when you play it. If you're flexible enough in your time that you can play it at peak times, great, then play it at peak times. If you're not available during peak times, then just look at the stats for when you are available. I can only stream I can only stream Wednesday 2 p.m. and Friday 2 p.m. because my Monday 9 p.m. is always going to be Blender. So I'm going to look at Wednesday 2 p.m., Friday 2 p.m., look at the games that I have, and try to pick out like when is a good time to play these games. And I can just go from there. And with that, I can approach this with a little bit more, like I can prepare for that. I can sort of like, I have a bit of a goal there. In theory, I can get a little bit more lucky with getting some, with getting some new peeps in chat if I play on this time versus that time. And like, that's sort of, I don't know, like that's an important thing to consider, is that like, yeah, you can have fun with it. No, well, you should have fun with it. At the end of the day, you shouldn't try to like bog yourself down being like, oh, I can't stream at the optimum time, or I can't play at this, I can't play this game. Play the games that you want. Look at the times that are available to you, and then make what you have work. You can absolutely make what you have work. Is it gonna work for me? We'll see. Has it been like all the stuff that I've been doing over the past years? I've just in the past year, singular year. It's only been a year. All the stuff that I've been doing in the past year, it got you here, dear viewer, dear chat. Whatever I've been doing, you came here because you thought it was good, or you liked it, or something about me was like, yeah, let's stick around and keep watching. So obviously it's working a bit. So yeah. But can I do better? Yeah, I can. And not in a depreciating way, in a hopeful way. There is more that I can do. There is more than I can achieve. I can reach for higher heights. There is the knowledge out there, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between. There is the knowledge out there to help you get to what you want to do. You just need to look for it, dig for it. Or you can just take a screenshot of this. If it just so happens that the game that you like, here, look. Here's some data points for you to review. I don't know what I did for this. I had to what did I do? Oh, you know what the circles are? That's another thing with the circle. You know the size of the circles? The size of the circle correlates to the percentage of positive reviews that the games had. No, was it? No, it's the amount of reviews, not the positive. The amount of, oh no, it is the number of positive reviews that the game has had. I think. Yeah, it's number of positive reviews. So Greece had maybe 300 positive reviews, but then something like a game with a game about digging a hole has upwards of 10,000 something positive reviews. So okay, yeah, this game is more popular, or this game, or Noita is more popular. Maybe I'll play Noita on a Friday, or I want to play a game with digging a hole. I should do that on a Wednesday. Alien Isolation. It doesn't really matter when I play that if I decide to play it on a Wednesday or a Friday. I can just slip that in at any point, at any time slot. Maybe I'll save that for Halloween. Who knows? This is the thing, we'll see how it goes. And another thing too is that I also know that from reviewing, I think it's this one. So ISAT Celeste and One Shot, apparently a game that is similar to all three of those is Hollow Knight. So for my longtime viewers who have come here to watch One Shot, come here to watch In Stars in Time, come here to watch Celeste, maybe, just maybe, crossing fingers, they might also be interested in watching someone play Hollow Knight. And for those people, I say, hallelujah, I have Hollow Knight here. The other funny thing too is that I think there's a Nintendo Direct tomorrow, and we will see if there's gonna be a Silk Song if there's gonna be a Silk Song announcement, at which point I absolutely will be playing Hollow Knight, but I'm not starting it now. If I do, I'll tell you guys now. It's fine. I'm gonna start playing Hollow Knight. It's gonna be after my break though. So I don't know. What's the date? What's the date? What is the date? So today's the 26th of March. I will be on vacation the week of April 7 and the week of April 14. So the week that I'm back is April 21. And that Friday, so April 25, in a month from now, I will be playing Hollow Knight. If you're interested in watching me play Hollow Knight, a month from now, save the date. A game about digging a hole. That seems to be a one-off sort of game. I don't know. When you punch Hollow Knight fans with their clown makeup protects them, they believe Silksong will come. Yeah, right? Maybe in a month's time, Hollow Knight will still be talked about, and I can start playing Hollow Knight then. It'll be fun. Game about digging a hole. That's more of a one-off game. I don't want to start anything. That's another thing too, is I don't want to start a new series before I go on break, because I'm gonna be going on break in 2 weeks, you know. So I don't want to start Hollow Knight next week and then have a 2-week break and then come back to it. That might not pan out well for like garnering traction for stuff, right? So I'm gonna wait until after the stream, after that break. But that means that I don't have like, I need like a one-off game that I can play on Fridays. And oh shoot, you know, it's a one-off game that I can play on Friday. Milk inside a bag of milk and milk outside a bag of milk. Or potion craft. Maybe I'll do potion craft. Potion craft might be a bit more chill. Milk outside and milk inside a bag of milk. This is gonna take a little bit more infrastructure to work on because it's 2 different games, but one of them only takes half an hour and one of them takes like maybe like 3 or 4. But I'm pretty sure everyone who's played these 2 games have played them back to back. And the problem with that is that YouTube doesn't really like when you do back-to-back game streams because you have to set up 2 different waiting rooms versus Twitch. Twitch is a lot more open to you changing games middle of the stream. They're more flexible to you changing games during a stream versus YouTube. If you want to change a game middle of the stream, you have to like end the current stream and then go to another stream where it's about that next game. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Like, you can't change your stream topic mid-stream, because then like you have to give YouTube a piece of information and then it uses that. Just check out the milk games. They are not meme games like I thought. Oh no, they are not meme games. They are absolutely not meme games. That's the other thing too. Like, it is a it seems like they are like very realistic interpretations of mental illnesses, and I want to provide those games like the seriousness that they deserve. So there needs to be some like a bit more prep than a typical stream if I want to play those 2 games back to back. So I'm probably not gonna do that this Friday. Maybe maybe Potion Craft, if I'm being honest. Potion Craft sits right here. Oh no, Potion Craft is good on a Wednesday. Shoot, okay. That's another thing too. I keep mixing up these 2. I keep mixing up the two axes. I need to look at Friday. Maybe I'll play Noita on Friday. How about that? What if we played Noita? Not this Friday, but next Friday. Because Noita's like a one-off game too, right? Like, it's Noita is like, it's procedurally generated stuff. So I can just like boot up a game at random, play it for a couple hours, 2 or 3 hours, depending on how long these streams normally go. 2 or 3 hours, and then that'll be it for the stream, and then that's it. And then I say peace out, and then I'm gone for 2 weeks, and I come back. It's like, we're now playing Hollow Knight. It'll be fun to be like, yeah, maybe. Okay, so what's next? For next week, it's gonna be a game about digging a hole and then Noita. I think that's what we're gonna do. I'm kind of excited, honestly. Yeah, maybe I'll play Noita. Noita will be fun. All right, well, there's that. But yeah, this is sort of stuff that this is what I've learned in the year of making YouTube content, or just streaming in general. Just working out when like thinking about when to play things and planning out schedules and making graphics. Like, these graphics are all made by me for, like, I did this for free because I don't have money. So like, this is all free. This is all. And I mean, like, I don't know, maybe you can make a statement about like, oh, you're doing everything for free and you only have like the numbers that you have. Maybe you can make that statement. Who knows? I don't know. Who cares? I don't. I can say that, like, This graphic, I made it myself. The background, I made it myself. That chat graphic, I made it myself with the help of some person's guide on the internet. I actually need to link that guide in my what's the word? In my references, I guess. Is this your Spotify Wrapped? Oh my gosh, this is my Spotify Wrapped. You're right. Damn it! I should have branded it like that, shouldn't I? Ah, that's so funny. That's so good. Yeah, this is basically my Spotify Wrapped. That's so funny. You're right. This is essentially my Spotify Wrapped. That's so good. That's so funny. Ah, that would have been good. That would have been good branding. Maybe I'll do that again. Ah, I can do like a streamer Wrapped next year. Oh shoot, I need to write that down. Okay. What am I doing? I said I was gonna write down a note. MYXL. Not that to-do list. Oh, maybe I should write it down in to-do list and actually use my to-do list. Record audio. I've done that. Oh, I finished. Okay, there's like a bunch of stuff. Okay, finish that. PC spec. Are my PC specs on Twitch? Could someone check that, please? While I'm looking through this video of that. And I had that. I did that. iPhone. I did that. I know. Yes, I did that. I don't care about that anymore. Throw redeem. Oh, tungsten cube. The tungsten cube throw redeem. I forgot about that. Oh. Look at Spike's notes. Oh yeah. Okay. Streamer Wrapped. Maybe I'll call it that. My Spotify Wrapped. Oh, that's good. That's funny. Damn, that's a good one. That's another thing too. Like I need more. I need to. Well, talking about what's next. Remake my stinger. That transition video that I use, that is technically supposed to be only for vertical streams. I never got around to changing it because I'm lazy. And so just for this full year, I've just been using stingers that are supposed to be viewed vertically, but they're just distorted horizontally. And I just never got around to changing that. So I should probably remake the stingers. Reach out to more people. I need to just be more social on Twitter, on Blue Sky, and just like reach out and be like, and just try, because I'm so bad at that and I need to try and do that more. And then VGen as well. I said at the beginning of the year, one of my New Year's resolutions was I would work towards getting getting VGen and doing 3D model custom 3D model commissions, and I'm sort of in a position where I can start doing that now. We'll see. I don't know. Oh, maybe. Ooh, I have an idea. The 3D modeling stream, actually, that I did on Monday, I can turn those into shorts. Ooh. For me, like, modeling the thing. Oh, okay. Alright. So, oh yeah, that's another thing I need to do is I'm gonna be making... Again, maybe I'll start wrapping this up, but next week will be my last full week of streaming, and then I'm gonna be taking a 2-week break. During that 2-week break, check out my YouTube channel. I plan to have videos posted at the normal stream times. Oh, I don't know if it's no. It's gonna be. I plan to have videos posted on Monday, Wednesday, Friday while I am out on holiday or out on vacation. I guess not holiday, vacation. So if you want to keep up with some stuff that's happening with Myxl Mayx, check out my YouTube. The link might be further up in the chat for YouTube. But yeah, go check that out. And thank you again for supporting me during this year of streaming. During my YouTube rap, I can't say YouTube rap because that's actually a thing. My streamer rapped, I guess. That's basically it. Like, thank you for all the support. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for everything. With your help, we have gotten to 50 followers on Twitch, and we're very close to getting 3 average viewers. We're at like 2.6, I think. We're almost there, and we can get affiliate, and then we can start throwing stuff at each other. And I do mean throwing stuff at each other. I do intend to figure out a way for me to throw things at chat. I'm very steadfast in my I don't know what I'm saying. I think my brain is a little bit fried right now. I've spoken all the stats that I need to talk now. My brain just like shuts off. You ever whenever you're like have you ever done a presentation and then after the presentation your brain is just completely turned off? Just gone. That's me right now. I've hit the last slide. Follow me on YouTube and Twitch, Blue Sky and Twitter and X or whatever. I've hit the last slide. My mind is I'm done the presentation. That's it. Cheers to a year of content creation, and here's to many more. And with that, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you're watching the VOD, thanks for watching the VOD. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube. I will see you all Friday for what I hope to be the actual finale for One Shot. We'll see. Yeah, thank you all for watching. Peace. Bye-bye.